First of all, I just obviously want to thank everybody for being here. Most importantly, I think the Hilliard Lynx field hockey team, who is represented behind us, and obviously the parents of the team, who I think suffers through a lot of stuff because of what I have the team do. But I also want to thank, especially Terry Tyler and Stephen Hunter, who are here from the Department of Administrative Services, and the partners of Sweat Free Ohio, who helped put this together. And of course, the press who are here, we want to thank you for seeing that this effort is as important as we believe it is. I also think it's appropriate that we're holding this event the day before Thanksgiving for a couple of reasons. First, I think to give thanks to, again, the field hockey team, who I feel took a huge step in adopting a policy that really, in their daily lives may not make a whole lot of sense on why they did it, but when they got together as a group, they saw the importance of making sure that the clothes they wear on and off the field that talk about the team are made, at places with workers who make a fair wage and in decent working condition. And secondly, give a big thanks to the governor of the state of Ohio, Ted Strickland, who passed an executive order saying pretty much the same thing, that the state of Ohio should look into buying uniforms as well from companies who treat the workers with respect and pay a decent wage. And I think the second reason is we know the biggest shopping day of the year is coming just a few days away, and I think it's a good time to raise awareness of what we're doing, because as people go out and shop this weekend for the holidays, anytime that they can, in the back of their mind, maybe put a gift or two under the tree that they know are made from a sweat-free clothing manufacturer is also a good thing. And I know the Sweat-Free communities have put out a shopping guide that can make it easier for folks to find out where to buy those, whether they choose to buy American-made or from any sweat-free factory across the globe. I just think it was important when we decided to buy, our spirit wear. And for those who don't know what spirit wear is, because I wasn't sure until the team talked about what spirit wear was, it's just clothes that obviously support the team. Field hockey in America is a sport that is a female sport. Although around the world it's played by both men and women, mostly in America it is a female sport. So when we decided to get the spirit wear for the green shirts that you see, those are made by a cooperative of women in Mexico who actually banded together after they saw their jobs move actually to another country because they were getting paid too much money in Mexico. So we hear a lot about how Ohio jobs have shifted overseas. We see the same thing now happening in other countries as well. And as coach of the Hilliard Lynx, there's nothing more exciting than to see a player grow, not just on the field, but off the field. We started this team 3 years ago with 12 players. This is not a school-sponsored sport. This is a sport where 3 years ago, 12 girls showed up on a soccer field, most without knowing what field hockey was, never saw what the sport was. Just wanted to try something different. And 3 years later, we now have 26 teammates from both schools in Hilliard who not only joined together on the field to have their first winning season this year, but I think banded together as a group, again to say, as a team, we need to look at more than just our community in Hilliard, but how do we look at the community around the world and try to have an impact in any way we can. And